Crota'S End. The raid that pretty much the entire community kinda wishes didn't exist. Well, that's a lie. No, that's not a lie. The British whole community questions the existence of this raid. And I truthfully don't know why. I mean, I don't think it's a bad raid. I just think it was easy after they remastered it, and then it was really freaking short. The only reason it was hard in the first place is because it was hard. That was pretty much it. I mean, you being like fucking you couldn't do shit in this raid. Like, it was difficult originally. But anyway, back to the video. Your boy Deaf Dreamer is here. Perpy's not here right now. He's sleeping. But anyway, your boy Deaf Dreamer came back just to say, what the fuck? I'm definitely disappointed that it isn't Rat that's coming back to the life. As I said in my previous video, yeah, I do hate it here. I hate it here a lot. I hate it here because I really wish it was Rat in the Machine, also known as my favorite raid in all of Destiny. God damn it. But let's not meadow in the drama. Gentlemen, today I'm going to be giving you a few exotics that I think would come in pretty handy. The rundown of the raid, and pretty much a bunch of fucking speculation. I don't even know what this video is. I don't even have a script. We ball here at Dreaming Incorporated. Anyway, let's get into it. So what we're gonna go over first is, well, the raid. So the raid essentially opens up with you, well, jumping into the Hellmouth. That giant hole in the middle of the moon. Yeah, you jump down that bitch like cannonball. Woo! Once you go inside the Hellmouth, then you eventually find your way to, well, possibly, the Lanterns encounter. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Lanterns encounter is, think of the Lightblade Strike lanterns, but, like, increase its length by, like, 10 times, and then make it super fucking dark, and then swarm with Hive Knights and Thrall and Curse Thrall and all of that. And traps everywhere. Yeah, that's basically it. Yep. They're probably going to be Lucent Moths. Willing to bet that they're Lightbearer Hive in this raid. But enough about the Lightbearer Hive. So now, you kind of got to go through this entire area. It was extremely long. Like 15, I think, lamps, roughly? Yeah, it was pretty wild. Now, in order to beat this encounter, you essentially just had to make your way through, get to the bridge at the end, open the bridge, and survive long enough after an ogre chases your ass down. And then you had to get through to the other side, whilst the weight of darkness is basically killing you the entire time. Now, that's pretty much the entire encounter. And it's not very complex, it's just survive the labyrinth, basically, while it's getting slowed at all times. And swarmed. And can't see. Just a lot. What loadouts do I recommend for this encounter? Well, here's how some of the loadouts I recommend for this encounter. Now, I don't have many loadouts for many of the other classes other than Hunters, so here are the two most recommended exotics and loadouts that I would recommend for this encounter. I definitely recommend a decent amount of ad clears, so Osteo Striga and Thunderlord are definitely going to be two weapons I'm going to highly recommend for the day one raid on this, well, raid. And then also, something that I'm going to recommend is for Hunter, I recommend they have two Hunters with Omnioculus. Now, I know that I said in my last video that they're borderline useless since all the nerfs to them. Unfortunately, fortunately enough, this build for Hunter was not nerfed, so Omnioculus is going to be really helpful here. My plan here is to get two Omnioculus Hunters, and if not, get one Omnioculus Hunter, which should be more than enough, and then have two Ward of Dawn, same 14 Helm Titans. The reason I say this is so that way the Hunter can tether and get orbs whilst keeping Airblend invisible. Once you get to a Lantern, the Titans can just use their Ward of Dawn with Stam 14's Helm so nothing can get in the bubble, so you can have a bit of safe space for a few seconds. This is definitely one of the tricks I think will probably become the day one, or probably the raid essential. Now keep in mind that they said that this raid is going to be harder than the Spire of Stars. And goddamn, your boy has cleared Deepstone Crypt 34 times, but he's cleared Spire a grand total of fucking once. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Anyway, next to the next encounter. The next encounter is Bridge Encounter, or otherwise known as Sword Encounter. Essentially what happens here is everybody's going to spawn on one side of the map, and then have to make it to the other side while it's killing a bunch of fucking knights and staying alive while standing on 3 separate plates on each side. How does this work? Well, you spawn in, you go to the 2 totems left and right, and to the plate, and you stand on to form the bridge. Don't cross it yet, or else you'll fucking die like an idiot. Anyway, in order to cross the bridge, you actually have to kill a special knight who spawns towards the end. Every few minutes, I mean. What the fuck? He spawns every few minutes, and this knight is he's a meanie. He's a bit chunky. Now in the original Destiny, he didn't have an extremely big health bar because he couldn't really do that for bosses. But here he's going to definitely be a pretty decently sized yellow health bar knight who's gonna fuck up your day. Kill him from a distance. That's all I can say. Once you kill him, he'll drop a sword and you can go across. But do have a limited timer with this thing. Grab that sword, get across, haul ass, and then you'll find this little blue guy. He's not red and orange like the last. He blue. This is a gatekeeper. Beat his ass with the sword. That's the only way you can kill him. And once he dies, then one of these totems will light up, and then, well, you gotta rinse and repeat until everybody gets to that side. But then 3 people will be on the other side, and 3 people will be where you spawn. Huh? How do I get across now? Well, on the other side, the totems and the plate are also there. So the guys who made it to the other side have to stand on those, whilst the people on your side get the sword again, and then cross, and etc. Now, towards the end, this encounter, once everybody. Anyway, once everybody gets over to the side, then the difficult part begins. The difficult part, I mean, is whenever you use 6 sword spawn. Everybody gets a sword. It's sword day, and then you gotta fucking kill 6 of these guys in order for these big doors open. Whenever they open, it's basically a fight for your life down a straight narrow hall with 3 barriers, 3 shriekers. Now, from the original raid, if you race down this track fast enough, then you can get into these doors right here in order to get a secret chest. They would be closing slowly, and if you got in fast enough, they would close and you could open them for everybody to get a secret chest inside. But yeah, that was it. That was the secret chest. Now on to the next encounter. The next encounter is the Death Singer encounter. Oh, Death Singer encounter. I fucking hate this encounter. I'm going to tell you what I remember of the Death Singer encounter, but I don't remember a lot about it, so yeah. Now that you're in this part of the raid, the Death Singer encounter is interesting. You gotta kill basically everything, get to the sides of the crystal room and kill everything, and then kill her within about 2 minutes, kind of like the King's Fall encounter right before Oryx, or else they're fucked. If you can do this, then you basically complete the encounter. But I'm pretty sure she's going to be a light bearer hive, but I'm not sure. Also, barriers are in this, so bring some stuff. So once you kill, but the original challenge that I wanted to say for this encounter was actually where you had to, essentially, you had to take the, you had to kill everything and get into the room and get to the side rooms and kill everything. And then after you could DPS the witch, you don't. You had to kill everything that respawned again within that 2-minute count timer. And generally it takes like 45 seconds to kill everything. You have to kill everything again. And then you have to get the sword bearer knight who will spawn in the middle, get his sword, and that thing one taps the witch for the challenge, and that would be the challenge. I never beat it. It was just that hard. Now, that's the challenge, but I'm not sure if that's going to be the challenge this time, or if it's going to be the basic encounter this time, so keep that in mind. Anyway, on to the final encounter.
Hey, yo, look who fell asleep first.
Prank him, John.
You already know. Yo!
The final encounter. Big Daddy Crota himself. Crota, son of Oryx. The son of a bitch who one-taps you whenever you're looking at him the wrong way, and also the son of Oryx, also known as at the current timeline in Destiny before the final shape, the most dangerous entity we've killed thus far. Notice I said killed. The witness is clearly the deadliest. Yes, Bungie. I'm pretty sure Bungie confirmed that the Oryx was more powerful than Rogue. So all you Rogue fanboys, you chuckle nuts. But we believe in Oryx supremacy here. But Rogue's pretty cool. He's like Andrew Tate if he was a raid boss. And if you're gonna ask that, oh, he didn't sex traffic. He technically did with the Worm Mother. So throw another one at me, bro. Anyway, so essentially for Crota, you can't regenerate life. Yeah. So for this encounter, in order to DPS Crota, you had to use the sword again. That's the only way you can DPS him, but he has a shield if you noticed. Feel free to try Arbalest against this shield. I don't know if it will work. It might, but I don't think it will. So remember that. Crota has a shield, and there you need the sword. Now, you can't regenerate health without the Chalice of Light. Chalice of Light is the only way you're allowed to regenerate health in this encounter, so that's why I heavily recommend that you have a Celestial Nighthawk for another reason that I'll disclose in a minute, and healing grenades, and a Warlock with Well. Now, also, while we're on the topic, I'm going... Actually, no, we're gonna wait. In order to DPS Crota, you had to get the sword, get the chalice dude close, because the dude with the sword also gets the chalice. It's just the unspoken rule. No, it's the spoken rule. And then you had to smack Crota up. But wait, he can one-tap you. But wait, he gets stunned every time his shield is brought down. So everybody will count down to 3, you down his shield, and then you smack Crota up a little bit. But you only have about a 10 to 15 second time before he gets back up and one-taps your ass. So you better be careful. Once you beat Crota within an inch of his life a little bit, then you basically beat the raid. Now, after you slap around Crota for that DPS phase, there will be the Oversoul. The Oversoul is a bitch. Like, the Oversoul is not fun. Bottom line, the Oversoul is a white mechanic that you need to take care of. In the background, this little shattered planet looking thing, yeah, that thing is the Oversoul. So I don't know what the Oversoul is. Like, feel free to comment down below what you think it is, and also comment what loadouts you would recommend personally. But we'll go into loadouts for this encounter after this.
For the love of God! For the love of God! Please!
Anyway, and to the loadouts for this encounter, I'd say that the loadouts that I definitely recommend are going to be, well, you're going to want Bubble Titan for sure for that extra protection. Essentially, you don't want heavy DPS, but you want good DPS for the Oversoul and Crota's Shield, and then you're also going to want mostly survivability. So that's where the kicker comes in for this encounter, because you can't regenerate health, survivability above everything else. Now, generally this middle room's the safe spot, but whenever the encounter starts and like the sides are filled up with ads because it closes after all of you are in there, or wipe, so that it will fill up with ads when you start the encounter, and then as soon as Crota actually spawns, then it will open up and you have to kill all the ads and try not to die. It's fun, this encounter. No, it's really not. Crota fucks your life up. Anyway, so after you do this, you basically complete the raid, and I'm pretty sure it will give you the Necrochasm quest, and then you have to beat it with all the challenges again this raid. I don't know or have a speculation into what the actual challenges are going to be. You're going to have to figure that out for yourself. It could be reminiscent of the original challenges, so I definitely just try and look into the original ones if you can find them out. I can't remember what they are, but Bungie did say that'll automatically wipe you if you fail the challenge, so that's a big help right there. Now that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little recap on the raid, how it works, and some of the loadouts. Another loadout that I would definitely recommend is actually a Div Warlock with this exotic helmet. Essentially, if you shoot any vehicle, boss, or high-end enemy, it marks them as a priority target. And once you kill them, it drops special for the guy with the helmet and Div, and it also drops heavy for all allies. So this thing is going to be very helpful. I also want to state that the 3 primary exotics I recommend you all have for this raid on standby at all times is either Outbreak Prime with the Catalyst, Revision 0, or Hawkmoon with the legally modded holster. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you people enjoyed. I hope this was a bit of a help for the day 1 and what I would personally do. I hope you people truly did enjoy, and I'll see you people in the next one. You have a nice night, and peace.